This news program is proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.
Chinese government to offer 50 million Kina grant. Minister Poile stresses the importance of skills development. And collaboration critical in the fight against tuberculosis in Papua New Guinea. Good evening, this is National Emtv News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. The People's Republic of China will soon make available to Papua New Guinea a grant of 50 million Kina. The PNG Prime Minister's office noted that this grant is one of the results proceeding from the Prime Minister's recent trip to China.
Upon thanking the country's president, Xi Jinping, and the government of People's Republic of China, Prime Minister Marape said the funding would go into the construction of business and technical facilities in selected secondary schools in the country, in line with his government's aim to upskill students before they finish grade 12. Prime Minister Marape said certain secondary schools will be selected to build business and technical facilities. He said that this will complement the government's drive to have secondary school children learn business and trade skills with the aim that by the time children finish grade 12, they are not only educated academically but also skilled in the areas of business and technical trade skills. The Prime Minister expressed that this places them at an advantage when they leave school. He said they are better to start their own small businesses from the knowledge and skills they have received, whether in agriculture, tourism, cookery, bakery, carpentry, auto mechanic, or whatever technical skills they have picked. The Prime Minister expressed that this grant is one of the results stemming from his trip to China to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum in Beijing and his bilateral meetings. Natasha Voy, National Emtv News.
Education Secretary Dr. Uke Kombra announced that police have apprehended the suspects involved in selling exam papers to students who have sat for the exams. Secretary Kombra also stated that students involved in the act of cheating have a greater chance of failing the exams. He made this statement at a news conference recently in Port Moresby.
Following the conclusion of the Grade 10 and Grade 12 national examinations on Friday, the 20th of this month, the Education Secretary, Dr. Uke Kombra, gave an update on the cheating cases. Dr. Kombra revealed to the media that those suspects involved in selling the exam papers to schools have been apprehended by the police.
We regret that that has happened. We have taken all measures to make sure that questions are safe and secure in every school. So what has happened is there's a collusion between criminals and the school itself. So the schools are supposed to secure these exams and give it out, but there's a collusion that took place between criminals who wanted to steal the papers and sell the exam papers to students.
Secretary Kombra revealed that the department has been working very hard to ensure the exam papers are secured and informed the parents and guardians of students who have engaged in this act at their own risk that measures have been taken to address this.
I can assure parents and everyone in Papua New Guinea that we have taken all measures. That the same question that we administered to one school is not the same paper that is done by other schools. The exam papers are all, we put into a place a security system that the same papers are not given to every school in the country. The chances of one person stealing one set of exam papers and sending it to other students, they still risk a chance of not getting the answers right. So that's why we have advised and warned students that don't cheat, because if you cheat, you can still not get the answer right, because we know that we have put into the system strategies to avoid people from stealing, or those who steal exam papers. You cannot get it right every time.
The Secretary gave a stern warning to students that have engaged in cheating during their exams, stating that this is a criminal act. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
Collaboration between the government, healthcare providers, and international organizations is vital in combating and eradicating tuberculosis in Papua New Guinea. This is the key message made by Dr. Sibauk Bieb at the APEC House during the launching of the systematic screening intervention for TB.
Dr. Bieb said over the last 5 years, from 2018 to 2022, 207,031 people of all ages were diagnosed with tuberculosis. However, only 77%, which is approximately 159,274, received treatment. The remaining 23% of the nation were not treated due to various issues, including the lack of access to treatment. These statistics for TB is alarming. Hence, it is an indication that the government and concerned stakeholders must do more to increase access to diagnosis and treatment for every person found to have TB, right down to the village level. He said when they find and successfully treat everyone who has TB, they are reducing the reservoir of TB in the community and preventing it from spreading amongst the people. The World Health Organization is one of the partners with the National Department of Health, who are on a mission in combating and eradicating tuberculosis. According to WHO, Dr. Chala Ruda, ending tuberculosis is an important investment that requires considerate coordination and collaboration among all development partners. WHO recognizes the urgent need to address this health burden. Hence, they will continue to work with NDOH, the NCDPHA, and other key stakeholders to end TB in Papua New Guinea. Gladys Kila, National Emtv News.
The PNG Red Cross East New Britain branch have completed a one-week community-based health and first aid or CBHFA training at the Mandras Ward in the Inland Binding LLG of Gazelle District.
The training concluded on Friday, where 28 participants, including youths and parents, were equipped with community-based health and first aid knowledge and skills. The program trained on various injuries that includes basic life support, bleeding management, general medical condition, fracture management, poison snake bite, lack of oxygen, and emergency childbirth. The training was facilitated by the East New Britain PNG Red Cross branch coordinator Stephen Kilalang and 4 instructors from the branch supervised by the National First Aid Coordinator Kawai Watangas from the Port Moresby Headquarters Red Cross Office. Facilitated under the Red Ready project with funding from the International Federation of the Red Cross, Kilalang said the project was piloted in 3 provinces, East New Britain, Milne Bay and Meding, since 2019. Natasha Ovoy, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break with more stories. Stay with us. You're watching National Emtv News. Minister for Higher Education Don Poile announced the higher education partnership with the Asian Development Bank with a $65 million to support the technical vocational education training centers across the country. This was revealed during a news conference in Port Moresby today.
Minister Poile believes that all associated issues and challenges that continues to rise across the country is due to lack of human skills development that forces individuals to engage in activities that hinders development. In a news conference held in Port Moresby today, Poile highlighted the importance of skills development.
Papua New Guinea has deviated from the real issue. Therefore, the other associated problems are coming up. When you talk about economy, who grows it? Inflation, who produces to make available the supply so that you, the demand but supply is there so that the price go down. Who does that? Loan order. Who creates a loan order? employment. Who creates employment? The government doesn't. The government only facilitates. Who is there to make sure inflation is down, or there's an investment in the country, or we have manufacturing industry, or even I alluded to you regarding the development of a sports industry. Who does all of those things?
Minister Polya revealed that the only solution to all these associated problems and challenges lies within the technical vocational education training.
But it comes down to only one denominator: skill in a person, specialty, expertise. The human skill is what is lacking in this country. Therefore, it is giving birth to all these symptoms that you call them economic activities, law and order, you call inflation, you call there's no manufacturing industry, or the investors there, or the business system is not working, public service is not doing its job, and so forth, on and on you go. You talk about corruption in the systems of governance, institutions of governance. Your list is so big. Why? Because we have not developed the human skill in Papua New Guinea.
The minister then revealed that he has launched assessment projects to have facts and data of the current status quo of the human development skills in the country, so to improve on it.
I have launched a labor market assessment program in which will articulate to me how many mechanics are there, how many electricians are there, how many heavy equipment feeders are there, how many agriculturalists are there, how many nurses are out there, how many doctors are there, or how many secretaries are competent to administer secretaries to the department.
Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
5 lucky students were awarded academic scholarships by IBS University. These scholarship winners were selected through the Trukai Fun Run Lucky Draw, held on the 19th of October 2023 at the PNG Olympic Committee. The winners were Philip Kumanang of Ramu, Sarah Wartovo, and Ben Meleki Zedek Kome of Tabubil, Stacy Mando, and Samson Homake of Port Moresby.
According to IBSU Vice Chancellor Professor Ramachandran, IBS University takes immense pride in partnering with PNG OC to support athletes in PNG on their educational journey and life beyond sports. IBSU family believes that a robust educational foundation will complement their athletic feats and open doors to a brighter future. The university's mission is to facilitate academic growth in Papua New Guinea, and this partnership reinforces that commitment. This partnership between IBSU, PNG OC, and Trukai Fun Run demonstrates the commitment to enhancing the holistic development of athletes. The partnership is set to empower athletes through educational opportunities by enrolling them in certificate courses at levels 3 and 4 offered at IBS College of TVET. This educational opportunity will help them to excel in their chosen fields of study, such as accounting, business, human resource management, and information technology. The Trukai Fun Run is an event that has been at the forefront, promoting health, fitness, and community participation for many years. It's not just about athletic achievements, but also about offering opportunities for educational growth. Gladys Kila, National Emtv News.
PNG Teachers Association announced the new era for the association as it taps in digitalization and modernization to eliminate the risk of data loss in any emergency cases and effectively address the issues of teachers in PNG. President of the association, Aita Sanankepe, made this announcement during the PNG TA Regional Secretariat training in Port Moresby recently.
PNG Teachers Association has taken a step forward to fulfilling their mission to restore, reform and modernize the PNG Teachers Association with the aim to eradicate challenges that have persisted for over 5 years, especially with leave fare complication, appointment issues and other related critical issues. President of the association, Aita Sanankepe, announced that it is of paramount importance that the association has a database that will secure files and eliminate the risk of data loss in any emergency cases. The president, during the regional secretariat training hosted in Port Moresby recently, announced that a state-of-the-art software database system is set to be implemented. The system is designed to efficiently address the long-standing issues affecting teachers across the country. The president then acknowledged the effort of the team that put forth the implementation of this system. President Sanang Kepe thanked the effort of the late Mark Maninga, who was the regional secretariat for the NGI region that has passed on this year, stating the association is ready to embark on this milestone journey. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break. Stay with us. Minister for Higher Education Don Poile announced the higher education partnership with the Asian Development Bank with 65 million Kina $65 million to support the technical vocational education training centers across the country. This was revealed during a news conference held in Port Moresby.
According to the minister, funding allocated to the higher education sector is always insufficient to deliver within the department itself, especially where the areas of TVET are concerned. Thus, the minister revealed his engagement with development partners to deliver quality training and education in the TVET areas.
The many other times I've seen government's funding is not consistent or not adequate. Therefore, I have resorted to looking at other innovative ways of mobilizing resources. So that in that way, I link it with the government financing. So we have co-financing from the government, but we then draw down from our conventional partners. I don't believe in commercial loans. Sorry, that has been my position, and I'll continue to maintain that.
As part of the first phase, a funding of $65 million has been made available to support 10 TVET within the country, as alluded to by the minister.
And in this particular case, in the TVET infrastructure and quality improvement, curriculum development program that I have already engaged with the Asian Development Bank, and thanks to them for partnering with Papua New Guinea in this partnership at $65 million to look at 10 TVET colleges in the first phase.
The minister also announced the progress of the phase 2, highlighting that PNG has over 40 TVET.
Resorted to getting another phase, and I call it phase 2, because there are about over 40 TVETs in Papua New Guinea. And I also have the higher education, the universities, that I am also focused to look after. And I have gone to Philippines recently. I came back yesterday for a 3 days meeting with the Asian Development Bank. And I'm very happy to announce in principle that they've given me very positive vibes, positive discussions, that they've already started this second phase support to Papua New Guinea with a similar magnitude of funding at $65 million, and I'm so thankful.
Minister Poile acknowledged development partners, the Asian Development Bank, for their support. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The sailing event of the year, the Three Peaks, ended today with 3 exhilarating races that tested the endurance of the triathlon athletes that took part today.
The Royal Papua New Guinea Yacht Club came alive this morning with the annual Three Peaks competition, which saw teams competing for the first spot. The first race began at the Royal Papua New Guinea Yacht Club, where yachts, catamaran boats and sailing boats raced to the first location at Manubada Island, where the runners swam to shore, then raced to the top of the hill and back down before sailing to the next location, Lolorua Island. The final test of endurance was the last leg of the race, which was braving the heat and humidity of Port Moresby, where runners had to run from the yacht club to the top of Ben's Peak and then back to the club to the finishing line. Sailing instructor Rosalie Numa had this to say regarding the International 3 Peaks Triathlon.
It's an annual event that we host here at the yacht club. It's a tri-sport event, so we have sailing, running as well as swimming. We collect a lot of sailing boats interest from keelboats and catamarans. So we have the Hobie 16s and Hobie Waves taking part. This year we have a total of 9 keelboats, 2 Hobie Waves and 6 Hobie 16s. So the Hobies are our catamarans and the rest are all keelboats.
Named the 3 Peaks Triathlon due to the 3 major sporting codes that athletes take part in: sailing, swimming and running.
International 3 Peaks, our naming rights sponsor is the International Yacht Paint. We have a lot of great sponsors that are supporting the event this year as well as every other year, and we're very fortunate that we get all those support every year. So the 3 Peaks is a sport of 3 different events, so including sailing, swimming and running. They will do 3 peaks. 2 of the peaks are islands around Port Moresby. So the first peak is always Manubada Island, that's the first peak. Second peak is Lolorua Island, also known as Budge Island, and then the third peak is Burns Peak. It's grueling and it's fun and it's awesome.
Numa went on to mention the preparation towards the event today.
So preparations go a long time. Like every time we'll finish an event, we'll have an evaluation and see how we did, and then always prepare for the next one. So preparations are always year long, or as much as we can, at least. But as far as training goes, for our Hobies and the catamarans, our sailors are all cadets of the yacht club. They are all local kids, and they get to train and race throughout the year from March towards November. So
Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
Timeout, the boat that sailed to a breezing first place on the marina, gave a leading spree as the 2 runners, Henry Norris and Nathan Brooks, brought the team to first placing in the last leg of the race.
The triathlon event tested endurance, skills and one's sheer strength to withstand the scorching sun and the overbearing wind of the Port Moresby harbour and sea. Both team members of Timeout, who ran the last leg of the race up Ben's Peak, thanked their team members and also the Royal Papua New Guinea Yacht Club for the opportunity to take part in this competition.
First of all, we'd like to thank Brett and the crew for Timeout. They did an amazing job getting us in first. I don't think we'll have the quickest run by any means, but we definitely want to thank the crew.
We had an advantage from our excellent crew.
Yeah.
36-foot yacht called Timeout. Beautiful boat that got us in first, so we had a head start.
Yeah. And I think we'd like to thank the yacht club and everyone that put the event together. It was just amazing. There was so much support out on the water and the other islands that we sort of got to run up, which is beautiful, overlooking the sea and the land.
Yeah, thank the local communities for having us on the islands and all the volunteers who were keeping us hydrated up the hill.
On the Hobbies division, skipper and crew duo of Marlon Butler and Trent Scott aboard the boat Timeout clocked in 160 minutes sail time, 21 minutes run time and came out with a total time of 192 minutes. In other record winners today, Burns Peak fastest female runner to Burns Peak and back was Michelle Gabbert with 37 minutes. Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Expressing appreciation and support for combat sport in the country, Minister for Sports Don Poile said PNG has great potential in boxing.
sharing his experience as an observer in the recent Oceania Fight promotions of which Papua New Guinea took part in. The sports minister expressed that PNG has a great potential in taking part in martial arts sports such as boxing, as the average Papua New Guinean is gifted with the right stature for it.
Play the skills, it was so wonderful that I could see some of those skills resonated to some of the best international professional boxers. I could see that very clearly.
Making known that he critiques with the objective to improve divisions or aspects of a sporting code, Minister Pollier said an improvement. He observed that PNG boxers have to work on leg movement and footwork. Another key factor the minister noted from the sport is the enthusiasm of sponsors for the sport and encouraged in this regard.
Management and the support, the enthusiasm from those sponsors. I see that people, despite very difficult circumstances, I see businesses are standing in to support boxing.
Natasha Void, Chukai Sports.
Meanwhile, with the use of the internet becoming a common trend, the Minister for Sports, Don Poile, admitted to getting most of his insight and knowledge on certain sports from just a tap of his fingers. He stressed that a lot could be learned through the use of mobile phones and the internet to broaden one's knowledge of how a sporting code can be improved.
I know it all. Why? Because I have the accessibility of these wonderful things here. I embrace this. The digitalized economy has brought about miracles that even those in the village who would not have gone to school but illiterate can understand almost everything and anything. It's up to the person to learn.
Despite having their captain LT Albert ruled out on game day, today's match in the NRL Pacific Championships saw PNG Orchids victorious over the Cook Island Moanas in a solid 28-20 points victory. Defending champion South Africa beat England with a close 16-15 points in the Rugby World Cup.
From South Africa, ankle tap.
In a match that can only be described as hectic and ending in a last-minute win, South Africa came out victorious over England with 16 points to 15. A complete turn of events proving that anything could happen with grit and determination. England was well in the lead coming out of the first half, 12 to South Africa at 6 points.
Beautifully once again.
The second half saw England in the lead well into the 74th minute with England at 15 points and South Africa at 13. But saved by a penalty, South Africa sealed the match with 16 points at the last hooter.
Andre Pollard.
Mastercard player of the match was South Africa's Andre Pollard, who said South Africa had a plan and delivered to the last minute. South Africa will now gear up to face New Zealand in the Rugby World Cup. Natasha Void, Chukai Sports.
That ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with possible inland showers and thunderstorms. Daru, mostly fine. Karaman-Alatau, few showers. Popondetta, rain showers. For the Mamase region, Ley City, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Medeng, partly cloudy with brief rain drizzles tonight. Wewak and Vanimo, few showers. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, showers and thunderstorms. Kavieng, few showers. Kokopan Rabaul, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka and Kundiawa, partly cloudy. Mendi and Wabeg, few showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 22nd of October, 2023. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Paradise Foods, celebrating 90 years in PNG.